Few fears hit cat owners as hard as this one. The door opens, a sudden sound happens. Your cat slips outside, and then they don't come back. Every cat owner has imagined that moment, that sick feeling in your chest, the endless searching, the terrifying questions. Are they scared? Are they hurt? Do they know how to get home? And the most painful question of all, did they leave because something was wrong? The truth is, cats do not usually disappear for no reason, because cat behavior is rarely random. Behind most escape behavior is something deeper. Stress, fear, instinct, territory, illness, curiosity, or unmet emotional needs. And understanding cats means understanding this uncomfortable reality. Sometimes a cat that leaves is not trying to abandon you. They are trying to solve something in the only way their instincts understand. That changes how we see the problem completely, because preventing escape is not about control. It's about safety, emotional safety, physical safety, environmental safety. And today, Felunee Cat is taking you inside the real reasons cats leave home and what you can do to prevent it. Because once you understand the psychology behind escape behavior, you may protect your cat in ways you never considered before. Before we begin, tell me honestly in the comments, has your cat ever disappeared, even for just a few hours? Because if that happened, you know exactly how terrifying it feels. 1. Stress can quietly push. Cats away cats are creatures of predictability. Routine matters. Familiar smells matter, stable spaces matter, and even changes humans consider small can feel enormous to cats. A new pet, furniture moved, guests staying over, construction noise, different routines, raised voices, even emotional tension inside the home. Cats notice all of it, and when the environment stops feeling predictable, stress builds. A stressed cat may hide more, become hyper-alert, overgroom, act withdrawn, become unusually reactive, and sometimes they seek escape. Not because they hate home, because home no longer feels emotionally safe. That's an important distinction, because many escape risks begin long before the actual escape. They begin with unresolved stress. 2. Fear creates instant escape decisions. Fear is different from stress. Stress builds slowly. Fear explodes instantly. A loud storm, fireworks, a barking dog, a slammed door, unexpected shouting, sudden panic. Cats are survival animals. When terror hits, logical navigation disappears. The nervous system prioritizes only one thing: escape. And once panic begins, cats may run much farther than intended. This is why frightened indoor cats can become lost shockingly fast, and why intentionally to scaring cats even as a joke is deeply damaging. A frightened cat is not being dramatic. They are experiencing a real survival response. And survival responses don't make careful decisions, they run. 3. Some cats secretly build a second life. This sounds funny, but it happens. Some cats create relationships beyond your home. A neighbor feeds them. Another household lets them inside. Someone thinks they're a stray. Someone gives attention, food, and comfort. And suddenly, your cat has multiple emotional territories. This doesn't necessarily mean your cat loves you less. Cats can form attachment patterns across multiple safe locations, especially if outdoor access is frequent. But this creates risk, confusion, territory splitting, reduced predictability, and in some cases, permanent relocation. Collars, ID tags, microchips, these are not optional luxuries. They're emotional insurance, because your adopted cat may accidentally be getting adopted twice. 4. Territorial instinct is powerful. Cats are territorial by nature. Some feel deeply satisfied protecting familiar spaces. Others feel compelled to expand, especially intact males. The presence of neighborhood cats can intensify this dramatically. Suddenly, your cat is not simply exploring, they're patrolling, competing, claiming, defending. That instinct can drive surprisingly long excursions. And territorial conflict creates major risks: fights, injuries, infections, getting trapped, disorientation. This is one reason neutering dramatically reduces roaming risk, because many escape behaviors are not emotional rejection, they're instinctive territorial expansion. 5. Hunting instinct can pull cats farther than expected. Even the most pampered cat still carries ancient hunting wiring. Movement triggers instinct. Birds, leaves, butterflies, insects, small animals, suddenly the chase begins. And the problem is simple. Instinct doesn't understand geography. Your cat may chase first and think later. Young, energetic cats are especially vulnerable, because curiosity plus prey drive creates dangerous combinations. This is why enrichment matters, play matters, interactive hunting games matter, puzzle feeders matter, because satisfied instincts reduce external temptation. A bored hunter becomes a roaming hunter. 6. Unmet needs can quietly push cats elsewhere. Food matters, water matters, clean litter matters, but emotional needs matter too. Attention, predictable affection, comfort, security, routine. Cats may seek better conditions elsewhere if essential needs consistently feel neglected. That does not mean cats think like humans, but behavior reflects environmental satisfaction. A filthy litter box, constant loneliness, emotional neglect, inconsistent care. These things affect cat psychology. Because a cat that does not feel comfortable in their environment may seek alternatives. That truth can be uncomfortable, but understanding cats means being honest about it. 7. Sick cats sometimes hide far away. This is one of the most heartbreaking reasons, because cats instinctively hide vulnerability. In nature, weakness attracts danger, so illness often changes behavior quietly. A cat may hide, withdraw, avoid interaction, seek isolated locations, disappear unexpectedly. Owners often miss early warning signs because cats hide pain so well. Sometimes escape behavior is not adventure, it's suffering. And yes, some cats nearing the end of life may seek quiet isolation. That reality is painful, but recognizing sudden behavioral change as possible illness can save lives. Because sometimes the cat who ran away was actually asking for help in the only instinctive way they understood. 8. Curiosity is powerful, and dangerous cats are natural explorers. A strange sound, a movement, an open gate, a new smell, an unfamiliar object, and curiosity takes over. Most curiosity-driven escapes begin innocently. Then disorientation happens. The world becomes unfamiliar, fear begins. Navigation becomes harder. Curious cats often don't intend to leave. They simply follow stimulation too far, and once unfamiliar territory appears, risk multiplies fast. Cars, dogs, humans, cats, injuries, entrapment. Curiosity is beautiful, but unmanaged curiosity can become tragedy. 9. Mating. Instinct changes everything. This is one of the strongest escape drivers. Unneutered males can travel enormous distances when detecting females in heat. Females can also attempt escape while seeking mates. This is not emotional decision-making, it's reproductive instinct, and reproductive instinct can override familiarity, routine, safety, attachment. That's why even normally calm cats can become determined escape artists. This is one of the clearest reasons spaying and neutering improve safety dramatically, because instinct can be stronger than training. 10. Can cats actually find their way home? This question fascinates cat owners. And the honest answer is, sometimes. Cats rely heavily on scent memory, environmental familiarity, landmarks, spatial mapping. Some may retrace familiar scent routes. Some may navigate using repeated environmental patterns. There is ongoing scientific interest in whether broader sensory orientation mechanisms play a role, but no magical homing guarantee exists. That's important because many owners assume they'll find their way back. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and relying on instinct alone is dangerous. 11. What to do if your cat goes missing? Speed matters. Panic doesn't help. Action does. Search nearby immediately. Many lost cats stay surprisingly close at first. Check bushes, sheds, garages, hiding spaces, quiet corners. Call calmly. Use familiar scent items. Notify neighbors. Contact shelters. Call veterinary clinics. Post clear social media alerts. Update microchip information. Do not assume your cat's traveled far immediately. Fear often keeps lost cats hidden nearby. And remember, an indoor cat lost outdoors behaves very differently from a confident outdoor cat. Understanding that changes search strategy completely. If there's one truth understanding cat behavior teaches us, it's this. Cats rarely disappear for no reason. Behind escape behavior is usually instinct, stress, fear, pain, curiosity, territorial drive, or unmet needs. And once you understand that, the question changes. Instead of asking, why would my cat leave me? You ask, what was my cat trying to solve? That's a much more compassionate question. Because most cats are not rejecting their humans. They are responding to the world through survival instincts older than modern homes. And understanding that makes us better protectors, better observers, better companions. So if your cat is safely home right now, this is your reminder. Reduce stress, respect fear, provide enrichment. Meet emotional needs. Keep identification updated. Create predictability. Protect their world before escape becomes possible. Because prevention is always kinder than searching in panic later. And if you've ever lost a cat, even briefly, I want to hear your story. Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if you love understanding cat behavior, cat psychology, felunee cat storytelling, and building deeper trust with your cat, subscribe to Felunee Cat. Because once you truly understand cats, you protect them differently.